The awakening. There comes a time in life when everything changes. A time when you not only wake up physically, but your soul truly awakens. That moment when you finally understand that live without intention, it is actually die slowly. So I ask you a question that could turn your life upside down. Are you really the master of your mind? Or are you this toy, constantly tossed about by your emotions, your fears, and the gaze of others? Know this: the change you seek does not arise from external circumstances. It doesn't come from promises or events around you. It always starts in your mind. Today, I will reveal to you 5 powerful laws of mental transformation, drawn from Stoic wisdom, and I will pass them on to you with the clarity of a mentor, the firmness of a warrior, and unshakable faith in your potential. But before going any further, subscribe to this channel now if you really want to change your life, and leave a comment just below to tell me, what thought is most controlling your life today? Your transformation begins here. So get ready to take the first step. 1. Control the uncontrollable by controlling yourself. Imagine yourself in a closed room. You hear the sound of rain, car horns, the sounds of the outside world, but none of it is within your control. You are there, alone with yourself. And what you do now, what you think in this solitude, this is what will determine your greatness or your fall. Do you want to transform your life? So start by admitting this brutal truth. Most of what happens to you is beyond your control. You can't control the markets. You can't control the past. You can't control what someone thinks of you. But there is one thing that no one will ever be able to grasp: your mind. Yes, your power lies where most people refuse to look, into the wild territory of your own thinking. Every time you react angrily to an external event, you give up a piece of your sovereignty. Every time you let someone else's opinion dictate your day, you hand over the keys to your temple to a stranger. But listen carefully to this. The free man is the one who rules his mind with a grip of steel. Marcus Aurelius, an emperor at war with entire nations, wrote every morning to remind himself of one thing: you have power over your mind, not over events. Realize this, and you will find strength. It's not a mantra. It's a weapon. The world may burn. Your inner peace is a fortress that you can choose to never let go. You see, the drama doesn't start outside. It starts when you lose control of your thoughts, when you mistake a passing cloud for an eternal storm, when you believe that everything that upsets you deserves your reaction. This lie is the mental prison of the ordinary man. But you are not ordinary. You are an architect, a builder of the invisible, and your work site is your conscience. So I'm going to ask you one question, just one, and I want you to answer it without cheating. Who owns your thoughts? To you, or to what the world has put inside you without permission? If the answer doesn't come right away, then you need to rebuild your inner empire. Start as soon as you wake up. Close your eyes, breathe, and ask yourself this: what today might bring me out of myself, and how will I choose to respond? This simple act, repeated, arms you against the absurd, against anger, against panic, against judgment. This is not a leak. It is area appropriation. He who knows himself is impregnable. He who controls himself is unshakable. The Stoics didn't run away from life. They looked it straight in the eye, then laid their hands on the one thing they could shape at will, their response to it. And here is the truth. If you don't train your mind every day to cope, someone or something will do it for you. Your boss, the weather, a review on the networks, too long a queue, a painful memory. But if you get into the habit of choosing your reaction, so you become the king again, the strategist, the captain of the ship, not because the wind has changed, but because you have masterfully hoisted the sails of your mind. 2. Live each day as a mission, not a habit. Look around you. How many people do you think are actually alive? How simply existent, sail through the day like a ship without a rudder? Their alarm goes off, but their minds are already captive. Captive to an endless stream of notifications, messages, and digital distractions. Their morning begins with the rhythm of a vibrating phone, a brightening screen, not with the force of a clear will. They don't get up. They're raised. They don't control their day. Their day controls them. This is the raw truth, and it is a truth shared by the majority. But there is another way, a way for those who refuse to be an automaton, a pawn on the emergency chessboard. The successful person does not just go through the day. He takes it, he kisses it, he gives it meaning. He lives every day as a mission. This doesn't mean that every morning you have to write a complicated plan or an endless list of goals. Number that would be falling into the other trap, that of paralyzing procrastination, of perfectionism that kills action. The key is in one direction, a simple, clear, powerful intention. Imagine yourself standing on top of a mountain. Before you, a valley stretches as far as the eye can see, full of paths, obstacles, and forks in the road. You can't control everything, but you can choose a path. Only one. And every step along this path, however small, is a victory over confusion. Every morning, you should ask yourself this simple question. What is the one thing I can do today to move closer to the man or woman I want to be? Don't think about everything that could go wrong, the thousands of actions to take, the distractions that await you. Think about this one thing. She will be your beacon in the storm, your invisible lever. When this thought is fixed in your mind, it becomes a force more powerful than any passing motivation, stronger than fatigue, stronger than discouragement. This strength is what makes some say that discipline surpasses talent, because talent without direction is like an arrow without a target. It can fly far, but it doesn't hit anything specific. Discipline is what keeps the arrow aligned. This is what the wise man calls the directed will, and it is at that precise moment when you consciously decide what matters that you take control of your life. Nothing will keep you away from your goal, not interruptions, not judgments, not failures, because you have an inner engine, a clear mission, a burning why. This why is the compass that aimless people seek their whole lives. I'll give you a secret. The greatest transformations don't happen during spectacular events. They occur in the silent and stubborn repetition of a simple gesture. Get up every day with a clear intention. This gesture saves you from chaos, protects you from insignificance. It always brings you back to yourself, to what you are building. You can't make up for lost time yesterday or tomorrow, but you can choose how you use it today. Imagine the power of this thought held firmly. Today I am on a mission, and this mission is worth every second of my day. It's not just another day anymore. This is one step closer to your vision. It is a silent but unwavering commitment. And that's what separates the dreamers from the doers. 3. The power of intentional discomfort. You know what most people do when pain knocks on their door? They are fleeing. They are looking for an escape route. They turn their heads. But you, today, I want you to understand this. Pain is not your enemy. She is your forge, your most powerful weapon, the fire that tempers the metal of your will. You can't grow in comfort. Comfort is a gilded prison, a sweet illusion that day after day weakens your mental strength. It anesthetizes your mind, preventing it from fully awakening. The truth? Every moment of voluntary discomfort you accept is a brick in the fortress of your character. Do you want to be stronger? So walk in the cold without a coat. Feel that tingling on your skin, that icy breath biting your flesh. It is in this moment that your mind decides, will it yield or will it conquer? Do you want to be more resilient? So spend a whole day without distraction. Put away that phone that steals your attention, that incessant stream of notifications that enslaves you. Feel that emptiness at the beginning, that anxiety of digital silence, and then observe. Watch your mind struggle, then slowly focus. Every second away from these escape routes is a victory. Do you want to overcome your fear? So confront her. Don't go around it. Don't run away from it. Enter the discomfort zone where uncertainty and anxiety live. Ask yourself, what am I really afraid of? Then stay. Stay there until fear loses its power. It's not masochism. It is not a morbid quest for suffering. It is an act of will, a discipline, a strategy for creating an unshakable spirit. You see, in this world, it's not the smartest or the most talented who wins. None. He's the one who can take the hits, the one who can move forward when everything around him is burning, the one who doesn't break under pressure. True mental strength doesn't come from perfect conditions. It is forged in storms, in resistance to adversity, in the conscious repetition of discomfort. Every time you choose discomfort, you raise your threshold of tolerance. You make your mind stronger, sharper, freer. Look at the heroes of history, the men and women who changed the course of things. They all faced discomfort. They chose it, faced it, mastered it, because they knew that in pain lies power. In difficulty lies the key to transformation. So stop running away from what scares or bothers you. Look for it. Invite him. Use it as a lever to lift yourself up. The world can be tough. Challenges can seem insurmountable. But your will, your resilience, your ability to tolerate voluntary discomfort, that's what will set you apart. You are not a fragile being. You are a warrior of the mind. Start now. Choose a discomfort today. Walk in the cold. Take away your security. Face your fear. And see how this simple act will transform your mind. 4. See the worst, keep the best. There is one thing that lives in all human beings: fear. It creeps into our thoughts, lurking in the shadows, ready to appear when we least expect it. Fear of losing, fear of suffering, fear of failure. Fear, that silent force that paralyzes, that slows down, that suffocates. But fear, in reality, only lives in ignorance. It thrives on what we refuse to see, in scenarios we dare not imagine. The Stoic, however, does not flee from this fear. He looks her straight in the eyes. He doesn't let her lie in wait. He's ahead of her. Imagine a warrior. Not a warrior who charges blindly, but a warrior who knows the battlefield. He studied every corner, every risk, every trap. He is not naive. He is prepared. You can do the same. Close your eyes for a moment and ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen? Don't look away. Be specific. Write it down. Put it on paper. You'll see, the simple act of expressing your fear brings it out of the shadows. It loses its mystery, its power. Then comes the key question. If that were to happen, how would I react? Prepare your mind for the inevitable. Plan your response. Because fear only rules the helpless. By anticipating the storm, you create mental armor. You become calm, not because the chaos has disappeared, but because you are ready to face it. In this preparation lies a deep serenity, the one that does not depend on circumstances, but on your inner state. This doesn't mean you wish for the worst to happen. This means you refuse to be surprised, controlled, or destroyed by the unknown. Look at the great sages, the silent heroes of history. They were not blind optimists, but realists armed with serene courage. They knew that life is unpredictable, that it can tip over at any moment. But they had chosen to be masters of their minds, regardless of events. You too can arm yourself with this wisdom. By looking at the worst, you are not creating a self-fulfilling prophecy. You dismantle fear, brick by brick. Fear feeds on the unsaid, the unanticipated, the unforeseen. By shining light on it, you make it harmless. This calm in the heart of the storm, this peace in the midst of chaos, is the gift of the Stoic. So never turn your back on your fear again. Invite her, look at her, get ready. Because by doing this, you maintain the best part of yourself, your inner strength. 5. Wake up with death, live with gratitude. There is a universal, implacable truth waiting silently at the door of each of us. One day, your life will end. No matter how rich you are, how famous you are, how accomplished you are, the time given to you is limited. You can't stretch it out or buy it back. This thought, far from being a gloomy sentence, is in reality a vibrant call to life. Imagine yourself, every morning, opening your eyes with this clear awareness. This day that you hold is a precious, unique, irreplaceable gift. Every breath, every heartbeat, every moment is an opportunity the universe grants you. Great masters, like Marcus Aurelius, never fled from this reality. They embraced it with courage, knowing that death does not make life shorter, it simply makes it a rarer treasure. Living with this awareness does not mean being consumed by anxiety. It is living with deep and authentic gratitude. Gratitude for just being there, for the light that filters through the window, for the voices, the laughter, the pains and the joys. When you wake up every morning with this truth engraved in your mind, you start to choose differently. Every word becomes an imprint, every gesture a legacy. You no longer wasted time in futile arguments, in useless regrets. You make the conscious decision to create, to love, to build. You become an artist of your own existence, a painter of precious moments, a sculptor of lasting memories. Death, that inevitable companion, becomes your most severe and wisest teacher. It teaches you to stop putting off until tomorrow what really matters today. You learn to cherish the people around you, to say the words you were saving for later, to pursue the dreams you had buried. Because living without this awareness is like walking in a desert without water, without a map, without stars. But awakened to this reality, you become a giant among men, a giant who knows that life, although fleeting, can be infinite in the richness of its meaning. So, every morning, remember, you have been given a new day, a day to shine, a day to love, one day to decide. And it is in this choice that your true freedom lies. 6. The moment of truth. Stoicism is not that cold, dusty old philosophy that we recite without conviction. Non, it's an ardent lifestyle, an inner fire that transforms those who embrace it. It doesn't make you a victim of circumstances, but an unshakable builder. A man or woman who takes the world by the horns, who shapes their destiny with intention and power. The time is now, not tomorrow, not when the planets are aligned, not when you feel ready. Start today. Start by filling your mind with strength, hope, and clarity. Act with the determination of one who knows why he is moving forward. Live with the will of one who refuses to be broken. And remember, as Napoleon Hill so aptly said, every thought, when charged with emotion and repeated regularly, eventually transforms into a belief. And that belief becomes reality. Your thoughts are the seeds of your future. So choose carefully today what you want to grow. What will you think? What reality will you decide to create? Because every moment you hesitate, every moment you let doubt invade you, you give ground to fear. So choose. Choose to think like a master. Choose to believe in your power. Choose to become the person you are meant to be. The moment of truth is here. Don't let it pass.